let's talk about the buy now, pay later kind of deals which have been cropping up all over the country. I'm pretty sure wherever you are in the country, you've seen deals like, for example, simu ya lipa na mkopo, lipa mdogo mdogo, and so forth. You walk in any mall, you might find a business which has set up a stand there telling you they can give you a phone worth 120,000 Kenya shillings, and all you need to do is to be paying 5,999 Kenya shillings each and every month. That looks like a good deal, so you jump onto it, right? You commit to be paying almost 6K each and every month. That is the kind of thing which is happening, which is rewiring people's thinking to start thinking about it is a good deal because I'll just be paying only 6K every month. In reality, you are running away from the total cost. And by the way, by the time you finish paying for that thing for maybe in the next 2 years, you'll have even paid almost twice what the original cost of 120K was. You might even end up paying upwards of 200,000. That is what I want us to talk about in this video. How these deals which are called buy now, pay later, yes, they seem like they are assisting people, but in reality, they are pushing people towards some financial dungeons which are bad for them, if you look at it objectively. In case you are new here, my name is Afagza Sifuna. I am a finance expert and qualified accountant, bringing you amazing videos about making money and investing each and every day. In case these are the kind of topics which you like, down there is a button called subscribe. Click that button to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any of the videos I upload each and every day. And while you still at it, drop a like on this video. Thank you for subscribing and also liking this video. Before we even delve into this video, have you ever purchased a product with buy now, pay later? Comment down below, do you have simu ya mkopo? Or even, do you have another electronic out there ya mkopo? Whether it is furniture, electronic, appliance, you name it. Comment down below in the comment section. What is your view of that? Is it helpful to you? Or are you regretting purchasing in those kind of like dealing, like buy now, pay later, and then you pay very hefty monthly installments? Let me share with you my pointers. The first pointer is that the buy now, pay later deals make expensive things seem cheap. Guys, that is the first and biggest trap. It makes expensive things feel cheap. When someone tells you only require to pay 5K or 6K for something which costs upwards of 100K, it seems like it's a cheap deal. But in reality, it isn't cheap because you are going to pay that 120K, and even you might end up paying twice that particular amount because your payment period might even prolong to 2 years, right? Making you continue to push this 6K, this particular investment, which you did purchase, and yet maybe you could have had better alternatives. I think as a rule of thumb, before you commit to any buy now, pay later deal, ask yourself, if you had cash, would you still buy it? That's what is going to assist you separate a need from a want. In case the answer is no, then chances are you shouldn't buy from that particular deal of buy now, pay later. Because if you had cash, you didn't commit 120,000 to buy a given item. Why purchase? Just because there's an illusion of it is cheap. And then the second thing is that these buy now, pay later deals are really propelling impulse buying. Of course, we all know, and I've spoken about it on this channel, impulse buying is not the most healthy of something for you to do. Because typically before you make any major purchase, pause and reflect. Take 24 hours to decide. But now if you are working in a mall, maybe you've seen a phone which you'd really be desiring to have, but you don't have the money. You see it, they tell you you are only required to pay 5K each and every month. You jump on it. You go away from, I'll think about it, to, I'll take it today. That reframing of the mind is quite dangerous because it encourages impulse buying. And by the way, if in case you don't know, it starts with one, and then you find yourself, you are even having 5 products of buy now, pay later. Then you end up being in a big financial burden. That is why, guys, this is part of the broader impulse buying, which I still strongly believe the best thing for you is to take 24 hours to think. Because those 24 hours you really have thought about it. Just because you've seen they are telling you is a deal, it doesn't mean you have to take it now. Still go and reflect and really figure out, is it a deal for you when it comes to you purchasing, or will it constrain your finances? Okay? And then the third thing is, this small payment, which you think are small amounts, quickly compound. The way I've said, it starts with one. Maybe you get a mobile phone, you are required to pay 6K each and every month. The next thing is a TV. You are required to pay 4K each and every month. The next thing maybe is a fridge. Pay 10K each and every month. Again, another item, pay 5K each and every month. At the end, you might even end up paying upwards of 20K each and every month on items which you did purchase on buy now, pay later. You have a commitment of over 1 year on each of these items, and yet your salary is 50K. How are you surviving? Because it basically means more than half of your salary is going to pay these buy now, pay later kind of deals, which is really constraining you. And the unfortunate thing is, if you stop paying, some of them are switched off remotely, and some of them are repossessed. So you are constantly in that particular stress levels of you need to get money to pay. You know very well you are working here in full time. You don't have spare time to look for money alternative ways. But then again, a good chunk of your salary is already committed to this buy now, pay later things. It begins with one, and then the impulse buying habit is enhanced. You end up having multiple deals of buy now, pay later, which are even affecting you. And then the fourth catch thing which you need to know about this thing is that with buy now, pay later, you are essentially spending tomorrow's income today, which in case you are serious about building wealth, about being financially free, that is a dangerous thing to do. You spending tomorrow's income today, it basically means tomorrow you are basically limiting your financial freedom and your financial flexibility. And when you start with one, you go to two, you continue increasing. You're going to basically be committing your entire future or a good chunk of your entire future income to things you purchased many months ago. I don't know if that's the most wise of financial decisions, because each and every month we might bump into new opportunities where maybe we want to have quick planning with our money and see if there are viable opportunities, we commit our resources to those. But now, if for example your future incomes for the next 1 year are committed to paying for things which you did purchase long time ago, you are really curtailing yourself financially and limiting yourself when it comes to you being able to become financially free. And then the fifth reality, which is harsh, is that life doesn't care about your financial liabilities right now. You are committing to pay things in later date. What if you lose your job? Right? What if you are fired today? What if you're not able to get that income tomorrow? Or even, what if you have other emergencies which call for you to divert those resources to those particular emergencies? It's going to mean basically you're going to be in a very big catch situation. Either your devices will stop working because they'll be switched off remotely, or they'll be repossessed. And if they are repossessed, you can't claim to be refunded the amount you paid. That amount is gone. That is why the deals of buy now, pay later might seem good on paper. But then again, your life doesn't care about those commitments, because life does happen. And if it happens, unfortunately, you're going to be left in a very tough situation, okay? And then the sixth and final thing which you need to know is that those deals typically have some interesting hidden fees. Of course, a good chunk of them are advertised as no interest, but when you look at it very well, where the real money is made is in late payments or defaults. And secondly, administrative fees. That is where the real money is made. You are given this gadget, and they're really even sometimes hoping you fail to pay so that your repayment attracts interest, okay? And that can really push you to the edge, more so in case you have multiple buy now, pay later kind of like devices which you are catering for simultaneously. What if you fail to pay across all of this? Your default penalty is going to really drive you crazy. That is why you need to understand that at the end of the day, it is better to be patient. It is better to just save bit by bit, and then even in a later date, acquire a newer version of whatever you wanted to acquire, as opposed to jumping on it now and then straining yourself financially in the quest of you repaying those purchases which you did do long time ago and end up straining to repay for those. Guys, that is my view of buy now, pay later kind of like dealings. Of course, in some contexts, these dealings make sense, right? For example, in case you are purchasing something to assist you make an income, you are immediately flipping for it to give you an income. That makes sense, okay? And secondly, maybe in those contexts where everything around finances is very genuine, okay? That could also make sense. But beyond that, I generally think, guys, that these deals are not the best of deals in case someone reflects about it very well. It is better you save and then you go ahead and buy when you are ready to buy. What do you think? Comment down below. Let's continue discussing. Cheers, guys, and you all stay safe.